Hello everyone and welcome to Barca News. It's November 16, 2022 and Joan Laporta has stated that Barcelona will not be able to make any signings in the winter transfer market due to La Liga's financial fair play rules. Also, Benjamin Pavard's representative has closed the door to the possibility of Barcelona signing the French defender, and the club are now considering Pedro Porro as a possible signing for the right back position. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. My name is Mo and we'll begin with the news that Robert Lewandowski has been handed a 3-match ban after he was expelled during a match against Osasuna. Now Lewandowski received two consecutive yellow cards in the first half of the match against Osasuna, and per the rules that's an automatic 1-match ban. Now the decision came out today and La Liga has decided to add 2 more matches to Lewandowski's punishment, bringing the total to a 3-match ban because of the disapproving gesture that Robert Lewandowski made where he touched his nose and pointed at the referee after receiving his red card. Now the referee interpreted this gesture that Robert Lewandowski was saying that the referee was being arrogant. However, in the post-match interview, the Polish striker clarified that that gesture was not aimed at the referee, that gesture was aimed at Xavi, who had talked to Lewandowski before the match and told him to be careful about getting yellow cards. And since Lewandowski got 2 yellow cards, he pointed at Xavi saying, hey, what you warned me about just happened. Now, regardless of what that gesture meant, it's absolutely shameful that La Liga has decided to ban Lewandowski for 3 matches, and it's a clear indication of a mediocrity of refereeing in Spanish football, and specifically because there's absolutely no uniformity in regards to how these match bans are being applied. For example, after Real Madrid lost against Rayo Vallecano, their coach Carlo Ancelotti stated in a post-match press conference that the referee had made up a penalty kick, and then Marcos Asensio took to Twitter to complain about the referee's call when he penalty call, and yet La Liga did not punish either of them and did not ban them for any single match. Now here La Liga is deciding to interpret a gesture in order to punish Lewandowski, but in the case of Ancelotti and Marcos Asensio, there was absolutely no need for interpretation because they clearly stated their disapproval of the referee's decisions, and yet La Liga decided not to punish them. Now, this is absolutely shameful, and it looks like Barcelona is going to have a difficult time of winning this season because they're constantly being hit by obstacle after obstacle by Spain's referees. Now Robert Lewandowski will miss 3 important matches, starting with the derby against Espanyol, followed by the matches against Atletico Madrid and Getafe. However, Barcelona have announced that they will be appealing this decision. Now before we continue with the news, if you're currently enjoying the content of this video, please consider hitting the like button. It would help me a lot because it would prompt YouTube to recommend this video to other people. Also, if you're currently enjoying the content of this channel, please consider subscribing to it, as not only is it free, but in doing so, it would go a long way in helping the small and humble channel continue to grow. Now on to the news that Joan Laporta has stated that Barcelona will not be able to make any signings in the winter transfer market. Now Joan Laporta is currently on a South American tour where he's visiting several Latin American countries, and during this tour he confirmed that Barcelona will not be able to make any signings this winter transfer market due to La Liga's financial fair play rules. However, Joan Laporta said that Barcelona, amongst other clubs, are currently in discussions with La Liga to see if they can make it a little bit more flexible and allow these clubs to make some signings in the winter. Now Barcelona are going to have to offload some players, and we're going to have to see what role the departure of Gerard Piqué plays, because Barcelona need to clear space on their wage bill in order to make signings this winter transfer market. Now this doesn't mean that Barcelona have stopped any work in regards to signing new players or reaching any new deals, not at all. Barcelona are still working on trying to sign players because it's the club's main objective to reinforce the right back position, and they're also looking to reinforce the pivot position with Sergio Busquets departing at the end of this season. Now as a result of this, Barcelona have stated that they will consider any serious offer that they receive for a player, regardless of who that player is. Now it's reported that Chelsea will make another move for Ousmane Dembélé, and Barcelona will consider any offers that come from Dembélé, even though Xavi considers Dembélé to be an untouchable player, and even though Barcelona have decided to extend the contract of the French player, but that decision was mostly due because the release clause of Dembélé is due to drop from 100 million euros to 50 million euros this upcoming summer. Now another player that Barcelona will most likely be receiving offers for in the winter transfer market is Jordi Alba. Now it's reported that there are several clubs in Serie A, including Inter Milan and several other clubs in the Premier League, who are very interested in signing Jordi Alba, and that they're willing to pay a big chunk of money for the Spanish left back. Now Jordi Alba stated last week that he has no intention of leaving Barcelona. However, the club do intend to sit down with the player after the World Cup to try to discuss salary reduction, so they can bring down the salary their wage bill, so they can sign more players. So we're gonna have to see whether Jordi Alba will decide to stay in Barcelona and accept a salary reduction, or whether he's gonna be lured by a big economic offer from a different club. Now, one player who will most likely be leaving during the winter transfer market is Memphis Depay. Now, as I reported previously, Depay has asked Barcelona that he wants to leave the club as a free agent, and even though Barcelona want to make some money off the sale of the Dutch forward, they are considering allowing him to leave as a free agent because they need to clear space on their wage bill so they can continue making signings and improving their squad. Now, Memphis Depay currently has a standing offer from Manchester United, so he can return to his former club, but only as long as he can leave from Barcelona as a free agent. Well, it's now being reported that Sevilla is also interested in signing the player, and they tried to sign him this past summer transfer market, but Depay opted to go to Juventus. However, that deal fell apart during the final moments after Juventus decided to sign the Polish striker Milik. Now, while on tour, Joan Laporta also made an interesting statement where he said that Barcelona were in advanced talks to sign Liverpool's winger Luis Diaz. Now, Joan Laporta confirmed that Barcelona were in advanced talk to sign Luis Diaz from Porto. However, they told the player to wait until Barcelona were done making a financial audit to see how much money they had after the financial disaster that the previous president, Josep Maria Bartomeu, left us with. And it seems that Barcelona took too long, and as a result, Liverpool were able to beat Barcelona to sign in the Colombian winger, who's now doing a fantastic job and is considered one of the best wingers in all of European football. Now, on to the news that Benjamin Pavard's representative has closed the door to the possibility of Barcelona signing the French defender. Now, the 26-year-old World Cup winner is considered one of the best right backs in the world, and his contract with Bayern Munich will expire in the summer of 2024. Now, it's reported that Benjamin Pavard is currently looking for a new challenge, and as a result, he offered himself to Barcelona through his representative. While Benjamin Pavard's representative stated today that the player no longer wants to play as a right back and he instead wants to play as a center back, and that is the main reason why he doesn't want to extend his contract with Bayern Munich. And Pavard's representative also said that Pavard will not sign with any club that wants to play him in the right back position. Now, this definitively closes the door to the possibility of Barcelona signing the French defender, because Barcelona were considering signing him to reinforce the right back position and not to have him play as a central defender. Now, speaking of the right back position, Barcelona are now considering a new option, and that option is Pedro Porro. Now, as I reported previously, Barcelona are considering signing two right backs, Juan Foyth from Villarreal in the winter transfer market and Arnau Martinez from Girona. However, the club are now considering a new option in the form of Pedro Porro. Now, Porro is a 23-year-old right back who currently plays for Sporting Lisbon, and he had his start in Girona. And Barcelona are very impressed with the player's qualities, and it's also reported that the player has stated in the past, while he was still at Girona, that it was his dream to play at Barcelona. Now, on to the news that Spain's coaches are very impressed with Ansu Fati in the trainings, and it's reported that the player could be starting in tomorrow's friendly between Spain and Jordan. Now, this is great news for Ansu Fati, and hopefully this call to the World Cup will help boost his confidence and help him return to his form prior to his injury. Now, we will end today's video with two brief updates. The first one is that the former Barcelona and the current Villarreal coach Quique Setién is considering bringing Riqui Puig back from the MLS so he can play at Villarreal. And the second update is that Lionel Messi has stated in an interview that he thinks that he doesn't have much playing time left, and that he will retire as soon as he realizes that he no longer can compete. Now, even though this is sad news to hear that one of the greatest footballers in the history is nearing retirement, it's good to know that Lionel Messi will retire once his time is up in order not to tarnish his legacy, unlike Cristiano Ronaldo, who's doing an embarrassing job in accepting the reality that his time is up. So that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a like. Also, I'd like to invite all of you to please leave a comment down below, giving me all your thoughts and opinions about all the news that I share with you. And finally, I would like to invite all of you to please subscribe to the channel so you can stay current on all the latest news in regards to our beloved club, FC Barcelona. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. And as always, Visca Barça.